Hey Gemini Risings, I'm Rodin. Welcome to WaterBaby Tarot presented by Bomispirit. So today we're going to finally finish the Nodal Axis Shift series. I almost finished it and then Spirit put me on a timeout. A big fat timeout, and I couldn't work for like a week and a half. And then I tried to come back, some shit happened, had to take off again, and now I'm back. Let's finish the series. I know you guys waited quite a while, my Gem Risings. So this is for the Nodal Axis Shift series, just a reminder. So the North Node is now in Gemini, South Node is in Sagittarius and Tropic. This happened on May 5th, 2020. It will stay there until December 2021. I believe so the 23rd? I think it's the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, like around Christmas time is when it shifts back. Or not shifts back, but shifts into Scorpio and Taurus. That's going to be kind of fun. Anyway, so my Gem Risings, let's see what this period of time has in store for you. Keep in mind, it's a very long period of time. So the messages that come through may feel like a very long theme for the entire duration. Some of you might just feel this really heavy for a period of that. So again, just take this as it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody. It's just what I'm channeling for those with Gemini rising placements. Again, this is all tropic. Okay. My Gem Risings. I was getting this energy of fate, like almost feeling like you're really working with the universe, which actually feels really good. I think that's really positive. You might just feel like you're really like just riding the same wave, like society, community is riding the same wave that you are at the same time as far as what you're going through personally, okay? You might find that events that you're going through in your life, again, personal, not relating directly to society and the collective, are just like it's all falling in place at the same time for a reason, or it's all falling in place at the right time is how I should say it, for a reason and to your benefit, okay? But that's what I was getting, like an energy of fate, an energy of luck, like very much like the Wheel of Fortune kind of energy. So let's see what we got here. I'm using the Akashic Tarot deck. I have all the decks I use are linked below. So if you want any of them, they're there. The links are there for your convenience, okay? What's in store for my Gemini risings for this Nodal Axis Shift period? Well, Gemini is in the North Node. What can my Gemini risings expect? Because this is going to be affecting your first house, the house of self. So you guys are really going to feel it, okay? And of course, if you have any planets, like, you know, your Mars, your Moon, your Pluto, your Neptune, whatever, you know. If you have planets that are Gemini, again, you'll also feel the effects of that. What can my Gemini risings expect? Anything that they should be aware of? Yeah, they're literally just telling me for you guys, it's time to just be aware. It's time to just be aware and to listen. To be observant, actually, is what they're saying. To be observant. Yeah, I feel like this is a period of time that you can really use to your benefit, Gem Risings, but it's just a matter of recognizing that, okay? It's your time. It's your time. For better or for worse, and when I say it's your time, I mean there's a focus and emphasis in your life. Yeah, that's all I mean by your time. I don't mean like, you're gonna be famous. Like, I don't mean that. Oh, excuse me. Spit, excuse me. I don't mean that. I just mean there's like such an emphasis that you're going to be feeling in your life on you. Yeah, it just feels like you just have a lot of energy on you. I know I'm like using so many words. I feel like my words are already already escaping me. Thank you, Mercury. Going retrograde fairly soon. Mercury retrograde always impacts me. I have very interesting mercurial energies in my chart. Neither here nor there. Anyway, Gemini rising, bringing it back to you. Bringing it back to you. Yeah, it's almost just like, okay, your time to really focus on you. Okay, your time to pay attention. Okay, universe is looking at you. Universe is wanting to work with you. Work with me. Like that's kind of how it feels. That's kind of how it feels. Anything for my Gem risings to be aware of? Well, the North Node is in Gemini. Okay. What do my Gem risings need to be aware of for this North Node Gemini period? Anything they should know? That noise is my air conditioner. I can hear some of you guys thinking about it. I am clairaudient. I can hear some of you guys thinking about it. What do my Gemini risings need to be aware of while the North Node is in Gemini? Climbing? Climbing. Why are they telling me climbing? Some of you might feel like it's time to do a lot of work, okay? It almost feels like an escaping energy, to be honest with you. Yeah, okay, this is weird. Yeah, it almost has a feeling of like climbing a ladder out of a burning building or something. Like it has this feeling of climbing out of a trench, climbing out of a hard time. Ah, thank you. Yeah. This is the time to really, yeah, this feels like very much like fortune, luck, wheel of fortune energy, fate, universe is trying to work with you. It's a time to climb out of the trenches, okay? It's a time to improve because the universe is literally here to work with you right now, okay? Some of you, that's how it feels, like you're running away from a fire and like climbing out of it. It's an interesting feeling. It feels very empowering. And this can really be a time to feel empowered if you use it right. Yep. The War of Roses. The War of Roses, Six of Roses. So the Akashic Tarot deck, it's very atypical to tarot. So these colors can represent the colors and like the terms like roses, forces, scrolls, I forget the other one already actually. I'm just really focused on your energy. They can represent the different like suits in tarot, but I find that they're not always like aligned to the explicit meaning. So I just try to give you my best interpretation when I can, when I feel like it's important. But the Six of Roses is literally about a karmic battle. Quite literally, a karmic battle, okay? And that's how this feels right now. It feels like you're literally like climbing out of a karmically rough situation or period of time, and you can be very victorious here. You can feel very empowered. You can really turn things around for yourself if you pay attention. They keep saying that if you pay attention, okay? And it does feel dark. Whatever you're climbing out of, it does feel dark, Gem Risings. Yeah, the Akashic Library. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I also love this card because every card also has like a little like special note or like a little like side thing like that they want to mention. So when this card comes out, there can be a very prolific message, something that'll really help you, found in a book. Don't go digging up all your books, searching for something to hit you in the face. It will happen naturally, but just so you guys know, you might come across something in a book too. I'm hearing the word too. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months during this time period. That's really going to help you and kind of give you an epiphany about whatever this karmic battle is that I feel like you're climbing out of it. I do feel like you're climbing out of it, but again, it's about paying attention with the Akashic Library in reverse. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I feel like another placement had that message too, but I can't remember. It's been a long time since I did the series. Any other messages from my Gem Risings? Any other messages from my Gem Risings? Well, the North Node is in Gemini. Wow. That's it? Okay, that's it. Overall, we do have Hilarion, which is a 5 in reverse. Both of these are considered major arcana in this deck. Again, very different from the typical major arcana. This would be kind of similar to the Hierophant a little bit, because the Hilarion is about different disciplines, metaphysical disciplines specifically, also relating to any like past life stuff that hasn't been resolved. And when it's in reverse, again, it's a need to pay attention to these things, that there may be these things in your life that you need to look at or need to explore, or that you could be ignoring, which is kind of interesting. I'm getting a little bit of that you could be ignoring. Some of you guys, so yeah, okay. Some of you guys have been in this battle for a little while, whatever this karmic battle is, and I do want to say battle. I do really want to say the word battle. It feels rough, it feels dark. Doesn't feel very good. There's almost like a violent energy to it, and I don't mean like physical abuse. When I mean by violent is like volatile, chaotic, violence, like that. That's what I mean by that kind of energy. Some of you guys have not realized that you can get out of this energy very easily. Again, it's this lack of paying attention, and for some of you, there's a flat out ignoring of whatever it is you need to pay attention to. Wow, yeah, I'm getting that ignoring really strong. Like you actually are ignoring the thing that you actually need to focus on to get out of it. That could be a person, that could be your own stuff lurking in your shadow. It could even be something that's like a past life thing. I'm hearing the word pattern. Let me hone in on this a little bit more. So it's yeah, okay. So not surprising, Gem Risings. It's a pattern that you have with people. Not shocking. Some of you, it's a self-sabotaging energy. Wow, sorry, these are coming in really clear. When success is staring you in the face. When success is staring you in the face, sometimes you sabotage it because it's too good. Interesting. It's too good. It requires too much of you. Some of you, there's a little bit of commitment issues lying in there. Yeah, that's really interesting. When success is staring you in the face and it's too good, because you do like success, who doesn't like success? But when it's too good, when it's like a lot of success compared to where you're at, which for success can mean a lot of things. It can mean growth. It can mean achieving a goal. It could just mean happiness. It can mean abundance. So whatever flavor that's coming in for you regarding this reading. But when it's staring in the face and it's just too good, it's too big, or it's just too grand compared to where you're at currently, there's almost this fear of giving yourself to it. Like this, I don't want to give that much of my energy. I don't want to give that much of myself. I don't want to invest that much. It's almost like you don't want to be too nailed down to something. You don't want to be too tied to something. There's a little bit of a fear there. Again, that could be commitment. That could be a fear of spreading yourself too thin. But Geminis, you guys can be very like all over the place in a good way, like in a really good way, because you guys like knowledge. You guys love variety. You know, it's like you guys are really all about how many spices can I taste all at once versus quantity of one spice, right? Like that's really more Gemini. And so that could be what this is, Gemini, and what you're being faced with. That there's actually success in this karmic battle, but it's turned into a battle because you're ignoring it. Interesting. And you're almost turning away from it or just not paying attention to it. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and break down the Six of Roses. Yeah, let's do Tarot Illuminati. I'm curious. Interesting. Geminis, King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. I'm just saying. I'm just cutting the deck, so I'm not taking it. But that is kind of interesting for what it is that we're just talking about, right? Talking about the War of the Roses. Talking about the War of the Roses. Some of you, this is honestly about your abilities. And I'm only saying that because we have Hilarion as the overall, which is about metaphysical discipline specifically, or past life stuff that like you're not looking at or not acknowledging. And for some of you, you're definitely in that boat of like past life stuff, karmic stuff you're not acknowledging. Some of you though, it's metaphysical disciplines that you're not acknowledging, almost like full on resisting. I keep I want to do this like no, not looking at that. I think because you recognize how much work it requires. But I think a part of you also knows that there is success in there for you, and that it will bring a lot to your life and really expand your life and really uplift you and elevate your way of being. But yeah, I feel like you're doing this. There's a part of you that is so resisting that. Even if a little part of you wants it, like there's a big part of you that is like a hard no on some of the metaphysical stuff going on here, okay? That could be awakenings, that could be ascensions, that could be your own abilities, that could just be even expanding from where you are already spiritually. Maybe you already ascended, and maybe Spirit's like, hey, we got a lot more in store for you, and you're like, oh shit, no. You know, like it could definitely be that. And so now you're in this like weird, like tension-filled tug of war battle like energy because you're quite literally ignoring it. Or you're not giving it any mind, you're not paying attention to it. And I really feel like it's supposed to end in success, but you're not. Anyway, let's keep going. So I have the Six of Roses for my Gemini risings. Tell me about the Six of Roses, please. Gemmy gems. Three of Swords. Yeah, Libra energy. Like I said, this feels like a battle. Okay, this does feel like a battle that you're having the opportunity to climb out of. That's what this period of time is giving you, the opportunity to climb out of it. Okay? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, Virgo energy. I'm actually getting disappointments with work. That's really fascinating. Oh, disappointment with your efforts. Maybe that is why some of you are like full on ignoring some of this like metaphysical stuff that like Spirit's trying to get you to look at. Some of you, like I said, it's also just like karmic patterning that you're having a hard time looking at, because there's almost something about wasted efforts, or that your efforts have just kind of led you to painful places, and like that's what you're kind of used to. Like you associate it with pain. You associate high investment, high dedication, commitment, mastering, like you associate that with pain and discomfort. And that's because of whatever experiences you've been through, okay? Let's see here. Okay, I'm liking that. That's very promising. We now have the Three of Wands, Aries energy. A lot of elements coming out here, very imbalanced in your tools, which is good. Someone would be surprised we get the Magician out here. But three of Wands energy, which actually tells me that you're not making moves, but you can see that there's like other stuff ahead for you, but you're not budging. You're not moving. Again, you're kind of sitting in the karmic battle. You're sitting in the fire right now, and Spirit's trying to throw you a ladder, and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, you want me to invest? Oh, you want me to give myself? Oh, you want me to give energy to this and commitment to this? You know, and you're just looking up the ladder. I do think you're going to climb it, though. I don't think you're going to have much of a choice, to be honest with you. That's also this is kind of feeling to me. You're not going to have much of a choice. Like, you're going to have to climb that ladder. But if you do pay attention and you listen and you kind of like just ride the waves and you go for it, I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised at how easy things are going to be and what can come of it. I feel like there's going to be big rewards for those that really pay attention and listen and use this time wisely for their benefit. But this is definitely you understanding that there's a ladder there, and you're like, that's going to require a lot of me. And you don't want to give a lot of yourself to whatever it is. Okay? Tell me about the Six of Roses. Tell me about the Six of Roses for my gem risings. Okay. Let's see what we got here. And there's the Wheel of Fortune. There's that energy I've been feeling. And look at you with the Two of Swords energy. Gemini, what? Nope. Nope. I see you. Nope. I see the ladder. Nope. So funny. Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter energy, the Two of Swords, Moon and Libra energy. Again, you understand that there's a ladder there. You just don't want to look at it. You just don't want to see it. You are flat out ignoring, or you really, truly can't see what it is you're actually supposed to pay attention to. And again, for some of you, you're associating the thing that you need to focus on with pain. You're associating it with pain. Like, oh, that requires commitment and effort and time. Painful. Painful will lead to disaster. I'm not going to acknowledge that. I'm not going to look at that. Like, quite literally, whatever you're associating as bad is what Spirit's like, no, you need to look at that. You need to focus on that and get up on that ladder and climb out of this mess, is literally what Spirit's telling you. And like, mess could be a harsh word, but it's whatever is feeling hard. It's whatever you're associating with Three of Swords energy. Like I said, it feels like you're sitting in a fire or some kind of like trench or something. And there's a ladder there and you can save yourself, and Spirit wants you to, and wants you to grow and wants you to expand. It doesn't mean that you're like going through the worst time in your life right now. It just means that this is a part of your life that feels like you're stuck, feels hard, stressful, suffocating. I was like, this, you know, as suffocating and trapping. The universe is throwing you that ladder with that Wheel of Fortune energy to change your circumstances. You just got to climb the ladder. And now we've got, yeah. And you want to. Four of Swords, Libra energy with the Five of Cups and reverse Scorpio. You want out of the trench. You want out of the fire with that Four of Swords energy. That's telling me that you're trying to figure out how to do it. Geminis, I love you. I feel like you're trying to figure out how to do it without using the ladder. Like, you're seeing the fire, Spirit's throwing you that ladder, and you're like, that looks really hard. That's going to require so much of me, and that's only going to lead to pain or disaster. Let me find another way out. Let me find another way out. Because I do want out. I love you, gems. I do. I really do. But that is so Geminian. Let me think of another way. Let me think of another way. Let me think of another solution. Hey, I love Geminis. I do. They're one of my favorite sign energies to work with. But that's definitely what this is. That's definitely what this is. Let's see. Overall, we have High Priestess in reverse, Piscean energy. Also, Gemini for me as a reader. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo energy. You can't go back is what I'm hearing. And then we have the Tower in reverse, Mars, so Aries and Scorpio. Yeah, with this energy, and I think you realize that too, Gemini. You had a house and now it's on fire and you're trapped in it. Spirit's trying to give you a ladder to get out. Just hang in there with the metaphor. Like, that's literally what I'm getting with this. Like, you can't rebuild the house. It's time to move forward. Forward, 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 forward. Six of Roses, right? the war, the battle of karmic energy. Like, you gotta resolve this and get out of it by focusing on the thing that you really don't want to focus on. And some of you, that's just the karmic patterning that's involved in the situation, whatever the situation is for you specifically, different for everybody. And some of you, it's literally paying attention to your gifts, okay? Your gifts and your abilities, or whatever spiritual path is laid out in front of you, is actually going to be your road to success. And some of you, like, oh, don't want to. I can feel it. Some of you might have been having battles with your abilities or your spiritual path, maybe putting it on hold, taking a break from it. I don't think you fell back asleep. I don't think you fell back. If you're here, I don't think you fell back asleep. They're telling me you did, but I don't think so. I'm disagreeing with them. I disagree with them a lot. It's just something that happens. Whether you did or you didn't, there is, for some of you, like, almost a lack of faith in your own abilities, a lack of faith in spirit. Really needing to acknowledge that and look at that, because that's going to be your road out of this fire, out of this trench, okay, of karmic battle. Some of you, it's just really not wanting to look at looking at expanding spiritually. Some of you, it's really just about that. And also some of you, it's just about karmic patterning, okay? But whatever this trench is about, whatever was is no longer, because it's was, right? Whatever was needs to stay was, because you got to keep moving forward. You got to keep moving forward. 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the Tower in reverse. That really could have been that you lost a relationship or a home or a job, like something that was supposed to be very long standing, something that was supposed to be very long term. And for some of you, it could even just be like who you've been so far, right? For some of you, it could just be that, who you've been so far, and now you're really needing to be this whole other person to be on the road to success and expansion. But the 10 of Pentacles in reverse screams like default of legacy or default of a home. Loss of long-term stability, or even loss of money. Some of you, this is definitely about a relationship that was supposed to be like marriage, kids, all of that. And it's not. At least it's not anymore. And there's a need to recognize that. But the amount of effort that you need to put in, you're really looking at it like that's only going to bring more pain. That's only going to bring headaches. And I don't know if I can afford to do that. I understand what's ahead. I understand what is possible. But that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of me that I need to put into it. And some of you feel like you almost can't afford that. But Spirit's trying so hard to throw you that ladder, and you are so like, no. Let me go find another way. I think the more you do that, Gemini, of like, let me just find another way, the harder it's going to be, okay? All right, so let's go look at the Akashic Library. Again, this is also just more of the energy of what it is you're actually ignoring. So we might get a little bit more details as far as that is concerned, what it is that you're not being aware of, or what it is you're not in tune with. Like I said, I'm feeling two different groups. Karmic patterning group, and I'm feeling a group of like ignoring abilities, ignoring your spiritual path, ignoring your higher self, ignoring ascension, expansion, all of that stuff, okay? And some of you have like had this like bitter, soured relationship with your spirituality and faith that's kind of put you, in the realm of possibly falling back asleep, or in the realm of like, do I even have faith anymore? All right. But let's go ahead and look at the Akashic Library, see what that has in store for you guys. I'm going to use Witch's Tarot for this one. Find out the Akashic Library, please, for my Gem Risings. Yeah, I feel like for those like in the metaphysical group of like, that's the thing you're ignoring, I almost feel like you stop seeing the magic. You stopped seeing the magic in life, or stopped feeling it. Find out the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gem Risings, please. Find out the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gem Risings, please. Tell me what the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gemini Risings, please. Tell me what the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gemini Risings, please. Oh, I'm not surprised that came out. The Hierophant. And overall, we have Hilarion in reverse, which is like most equivalent to the Hierophant, but it is a little different, right? But here we go, Hierophant, Taurian energy, the higher self, higher learning. It could also be institutions, contracts, all of that. But again, that's what is being ignored. That's what is not given attention. You're not giving attention to right now. Some of you, it's straight up your higher self, okay? Some of you, this is about karmic patterning, falling over, has come over that has come over from past lives, okay? But higher learning nonetheless. And when I say higher, I do mean in the spiritual sense, not just like college or something like that. Tell me the Akashic Library in reverse. Tell me the Akashic Library in reverse. Tell me the Akashic Library in reverse. I gotta be honest, some of you are straight up ignoring your guides. Like you're hearing them and you're interacting with them and you're like straight up ignoring them. I am getting that for some of you. And no judgment, we'll all go through phases of this, but I'm just telling you I'm picking up on it. Tell me about the Akashic Library in reverse, and you know you're doing it. That's for those who know they're doing it. Like, oh, they told me to do this? I don't want to. Tell me about the Akashic Library in reverse. For my Gemini risings. Tell me about the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gemini risings, please. Let's see what we got here. Oh. We have Page of Wands. Star, Aquarian energy. This is also my North Node card because it is the star. It's like the right path, the right direction. Ace of Cups, and the shadow side in reverse, which in this card is the devil. Yeah, in reverse. Yeah, I really, Gemini, again, Gem risings, I really feel like spirit is like, pay attention. Hey, we're trying to throw you a ladder because you can have this. You can have this energy in your life. You can head the right direction. You can have expansion. You can have a reset, a restart where you have joy, you have light, you have enlightenment, you have your sight, and you have love. Okay? Whatever form that's coming in, they're all forms of love here. And then you can get out of the trench with the devil in reverse. You don't have to be stuck in the trench. You don't got to be stuck in the fire, in the burning house. Like, you don't got to be stuck there. Oh, that actually reminds me of that song from Cam, Burning House. Oh my God, that's an amazing song, by the way. She has an amazing voice. It's a country song. I love country, but that might be worth looking up for you. It is an amazing song. It kind of gives me chills. But yeah, with the Hierophant, it's really just about learning that lesson of paying attention to your higher self, paying attention to the thing you don't want to pay attention to learn the lesson that you're kind of resisting learning, okay? For those where it's a lesson, it's more about your karmic patterning. For those where it's really about like your gifts and your abilities, because I know there are a lot of you in the boat because of what you do and why you're here. A lot of you are light workers or star seeds or any whatever label you want to put on yourself. It's time to kind of listen, okay? Because there's, God, this is just beautiful. Look what you can have. Look what you can have. And with that Page of Wands, I really feel like that spirit yelling at you. I do. Like, come over here. We're throwing you a ladder. I really feel like that's them. Trying to get you in the direction of this. For some of you, this is actually a divine love opportunity, okay? Like, no joke, okay? This is definitely a blessing from spirit with the Star card and the Ace of Cups. Are you freaking kidding me? And they're trying to give this to you. They're trying to get you to go in this direction and get you out of the trenches here. It's just what you're not paying attention to. Okay, let's keep going. Tell me about the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gem risings. Tell me more about the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gem risings. Tell me about the Akashic Library in reverse for my Gem risings. Let's see. I literally heard not cooperating. That's literally what I heard. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn energy with the High Priestess in reverse. Piscean energy, also Gemini energy for me as a reader. I literally am hearing not cooperating, not cooperating, not cooperating. Geminis, you can be a little bit of a rebel sometimes. It's another thing that I really admire about Gemini energy. Not cooperating, not seeing what is like being thrown in your face. I'll say it that way. Not seeing what is being thrown in your face. And again, the thing you're not seeing, the thing you're not looking at, or the thing you're flat out ignoring is what is leading you, is what is going to lead you out of this trench, out of the fire, out of this karmic battle, okay? And whatever it is that you're not looking at or flat out ignoring, you're not acknowledging it because you actually associate it with pain, just to give you a clue, okay? Some of you, it's about your patterning. Some of you, it's about metaphysical studies or your own spiritual path and growth, expansion, or the lack of it, okay? And like I said, this card also, when it comes out, also indicates that you're gonna get a very enlightening message from spirit through a book. Again, don't go tearing up your library, don't go tearing up your books. It's going to happen naturally, okay? Don't look for it, it will find you. Overall, we have the King of Cups. Scorpionic energy. Oh, that just flashed me back to the Tarot Illuminati when I first cut it. Remember what it was? It was the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Scorpionic energy could also be water or air. Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Capricorn energy could also be earth or a water. A lot of water going on right there. And the World. Fixed energy. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, also Saturn, which rules Capricorn. Now, I love that these cards came out. So like I said, for some of you, they're trying to actually lead you to a very divine connection, okay? Whether that's romantic or not, it's divine, it's spiritual, and it's meant to be part of your path, okay? For some of you, the King and the Queen, both of these court cards are actually a really awesome pair, because this king is very emotionally mature, knows how to give that love, knows how to use that to everyone's benefit, knows how to make sure everybody's taken care of emotionally, and at the end of the day is a king and can handle business. He's also air, very methodical, very strategic, and very intelligent. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles, very, very nurturing, also known as the perfect spouse card. To me, this is actually the most mature queen before you hit the Empress status, in my opinion. You don't have to take that as fact. It's just my opinion as a reader, because they're also multitasking. They are the mother. They are also the boss, the CEO, entrepreneur. They take care of everyone in the house and everyone at work, okay? Awesome pair going on here. And then you have the World, which is, it's the world. It's going to be that whole new cycle, getting out of this karmic trench and karmic battle. So for some of you, it's actually moving from one relationship to another. Some of you, it is about that. Some of you, it's about needing to embrace this kind of a divine connection. Now, others of you, this is about your own energy, your own masculine, feminine energy, becoming like an amazingly great nurturer. Like both I can't talk. Both of these cards, the male side and the feminine side with these incredible nurturers. And that's something that you're actually going to grow into and harness and learn and pick up to get out of this karmic trench as part of your success into opening into a new cycle, an abundant cycle at that is what I'm feeling, okay? Oh, sorry I got all tongue-tied there, but yeah. So Geminis, that's how I see this playing out. This is what you can have in a connection that Spirit's trying to lead you to, or this is what you can embody within yourself of what you're going to mature into and grow into and expand into. That's going to get you out of this karmic trench and karmic battle. Does it take a lot of effort? Yeah, it does. And right now you're associating that with pain, but it doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to lead to disaster. It doesn't always have to lead to that. Whatever it is you're holding on to or sitting in, it's already gone, okay? Whatever perspective, foundation, understanding, or relationship you're trying to hold on to and it's just like on fire, it's gone. It's gone. You can go and have something amazing and new and something that's actually quite blessed and something that is not going to be restrictive. You might think it is. That's another thing I was getting with you. It's like a claustrophobic energy. Like you don't want to be tied to that. You don't want to be trapped. You don't want to feel restricted. It's not going to be. It's not going to be wherever Spirit's trying to lead you, okay? And you keep trying to find another way out of your karmic battle. Spirit's showing you how to get out of it. You just don't want to do it because you think it's going to require a lot of you and you're associating that as a painful experience, okay? Oh, gem risings. That was amazing, actually. I really enjoyed that reading. Let's go ahead and do some advice. I'm gonna use Wisdom of Oracle. See what that has to say. Hopefully I don't get tongue-tied again. You know what it is, Gemini? My brain runs so fast. My brain works really, really fast. And when I'm in your energy, I just feel like I embody that even more. And then I also want to talk really fast. And my mouth can't keep up with my thoughts. That's really what it is. Okay. Getting an advice card, please, for my gem risings. Oh, that was really fast. I don't really want to take these. I'm going to show them to you. So we have Time for a Nap that came out. Speaking of nap, that just woke Clyde up. We have Why. I love that card. And then we have Come to the Edge, okay? I'm not taking them because it didn't feel right, but I just wanted to show them to you. Can I get an advice card, please, for my Gemini risings pertaining to this spread? Now, like with any reading, I probably should have said this in the beginning, but this is for Gemini rising placement specifically, but if you're guided to a reading, you're guided to a reading, okay? You'd be amazed what readings spirits led me to for me. Like Aries, what? Anyway. Can I get an advice card, please, for my Gem risings pertaining to this spread? Okay. To be fair, interesting. 38 bringing down to an 11. I'm hearing deserve what you deserve. They're trying to lead you in a direction that is deserving. Yeah, I just really feel like you don't want to go that route that they're showing you. Okay. Balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. Life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing, yet over time they strike a balance. You move from from stasis to doing, from discovering to loving, to letting go to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment, and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause, there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. Relationship message. Can you find a way to achieve fairness right now? This is a time for listening as well as speaking, for understanding as well as speaking, as well as asking to be understood. There is much to be learned, and you will learn it if you remain open and objective, weighing options and considering all sides. Your heart wants to connect to others, so allow for a balanced exchange of ideas and actions. The best kind of relationship is one in which there is mutual benefit and each party feels heard, valued, and respected. Be fair to all. Prosperity message. Now is the time for even exchanges. Justice will prevail and you will be treated accordingly. In all your affairs, you will be able to negotiate fair settlements. Mutual gain is the gift to you and your partners and colleagues. There's also a good time to square your finances and take stock of how you're compensated for your work. This card signifies balance, justice, and negotiations. So remember that all things must be fairly recompensed. Keep this as your truth, so it will be. Protection message. Injustice and inequity are part of life. They do not have to define your experience. This is a time when you may observe an injustice righted and fairly redressed. Perhaps you come to the rescue of someone else or are called to answer for a personal slight. You will be amazed by the sense of power that surges through you when you stand up for yourself and others. This card also indicates a good time to advocate for others who are less fortunate. Choose your cause and commit to it because you can make a difference. One thing is for certain, if fairness is your intention, the situation will be resolved for the highest good of all concerned through acts of kindness, empathy, and courage. This is the pendulum swing. Jimmy Gems. You're in the trench, you're in the fire, and it's time to swing, to go from ebb to flow, to get more balance back in your energy and back in your life. Spirit's really trying to show you the way to do that. They're giving you that ladder. You're just looking at it like it's hard work, and because of your past experiences, you're associating whatever that option is with pain. And it's really just going to help you grow. It's going to help you learn some lessons for those who need to learn lessons, and for those who need to kind of get back into your faith. Right? Come back to faith, have that faith again, come back to your spiritual path, expand in your abilities. They're showing you how. They're giving you that way to kind of get you back up and get balance back in your life again. Okay? All right, gems. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out Vimeo and Patreon, and any information that you're curious about, Instagram or social media, websites, all that stuff is linked below. And I will see you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves and have a good night. Namaste.